Welcome to the Homemade Mother. My name is Jasmine and this is my channel. Okay, so this is my very first video, very first video. So it's probably not gonna be the quality that I'm really hoping for, but we're just gonna go for it. Today, I'm just gonna introduce myself. So, welcome. Like I said, my name is Jasmine, and let me tell you a little bit about who I am and what the heck I'm doing making a YouTube channel. So, I have no children, just to be clear, like absolutely none. But that will change in the near future. Fingers crossed. So let me tell you a little bit about why you might be interested in watching. I have been a nanny. For about 5 years, I was a nanny, and I had 4 different families that I worked for in those years, roughly. And I took care of kids from age of 1 all the way up to the age of 10. I loved that job. It was a lot of fun, but I did a bunch of other things after that. That was when I was younger. I also have a diploma in early childhood learning, and I spent a few years in preschools and daycares teaching kids, and I loved it. You could say that I'm a little bit child obsessed. In the sense that I just love kids. I think they're amazing human beings. I think what they have to offer the world is incredible, and I'm really excited to bring my own into the world. Yeah, that's a little bit about me and what I have done that kind of qualifies me to kind of bring a channel to you guys about kids. Also, I am married. I have been happily married for almost 3 years. In our first year, we bought a house. Actually, we bought a house before we got married, which was kind of crazy. We were fixing up this house in the process of planning a wedding, which was like not recommended. Don't do that. It's a terrible decision. But now we have sold that house. We kind of decided that that wasn't the house that we wanted to raise kids in. It was a great house. It served us really well while we were living there, but it just wasn't what we wanted. And it didn't have a neighborhood that felt safe for future kids. And it definitely wasn't enough space for little children to be running around. So we decided to sell it, and we started looking for a new house. And then we found out that we couldn't get a loan. We were planning on buying a new house, and the bank told us, because we were self-employed and because COVID made life really hard the last little while, we had basically no income to speak of. I mean, not that we had no income, just not anything that a bank would approve us for. So we were told that we would not be given a loan. Not even a little one. And we started to figure out where the heck we were going to live because we had sold our house. And here we are, living in my in-laws' basement. It was definitely not our first choice. And it hasn't been the easiest. But we've made it work, and I do think it was the right decision, especially because my husband is currently going to school. He's trying to get into a different career path than the one he has right now, which to me is super inspiring, and I'm so proud of him for doing it, but it has not been easy at all because of that. He hasn't been working like he normally has, and I've been trying to bear the weight of that. But I've also been just starting a business as a wedding planner. And when COVID hit and all of a sudden weddings and events weren't happening, everything came crashing down. And so here we are, living in the parents' basement and trying to make it all work. yeah, it's been an adventure for sure. Definitely not what we thought our future was going to look like. We're hoping it gets better. It felt a little bit chaotic in the last 3 years that we've been married. Pretty much nothing has gone the way that we thought it would, but we have each other. We're still crazy in love. I think I love him way more today than I did when we got married. And I understand him so much better. Man, until you start living with somebody and spending every day, especially when COVID is a thing and you're locked in your house for a really long time, you really get to know the person. And I actually found that I enjoyed spending more time with him than less. Which was interesting because I know that not everybody feels that way. But we started really diving into what we wanted our future to look like. And we both decided that me working constantly and having not a lot of free time wasn't really the path we wanted. And so we decided to jump into something different. Which is why this YouTube channel became a thing. I had talked about my passion for kids and my passion for a few other things, and kind of decided that this would be a really fun channel, especially just because then we would have a little bit of a documentation of what our life looks like, for our future selves to look back at and laugh because we were such a disaster. But here we are. Excited to start a new chapter. So right now we're jumping into parenthood. We're not pregnant. We haven't gotten any kids yet, but we're really excited and diving forward into what that looks like. And so this is kind of where we're at. We have a lifestyle that is, I don't know, pretty average. We're gluten and dairy free, which I would say is a bit of a bias when it comes to things I might talk about on this channel, but we both feel very passionate that both of those things shouldn't be in our diets. They're not good for either of us, and they don't make us any better, even though sometimes they taste better and they don't fall apart. But we make it work, and I've become a lot more creative in the food category because of it. Because making something gluten and dairy free is not an easy thing to do. And so I have just mastered the skill of turning regular recipes. Okay, not mastered. That's like an overstatement. But I've started to work on, spent lots of hours trying to get good tasting food that was healthy and could suit our lifestyle of being gluten and dairy free. We're also huge eco-friendly people. Okay, maybe not huge. Like, I'm not the person who would go out and buy only organic clothing or like make my own, because I really do think that the modern world has improved our life so dramatically. There are certain things that I would never want to replace, like a washing machine. Like, maybe hand washing is better. I don't know why it would be, but doing the laundry by throwing it in a washing machine and let it sit there for a few hours is a huge time saver. And the same with like dishwashers and other things like that. It's just made life better. But we are also very conscious about what we put into our dishwasher or our laundry. We are very trying as much as possible to stay on the natural side, as little chemicals as possible. It's not easy, that's for sure. Same with everything else in our lives, it seems. But I think it's really worthwhile. And actually both of us are pretty sensitive when it comes to skin. We both react pretty easily to anything that's a little too smelly or has something not so natural in it. And so because of that, that's how it all started. We started to search for things that were better for us and our skin and also the environment. I'm also a master at finding replacements for things that I used to just, those throwaway things. Like we are now huge advocates of glass storage containers. They're heavier, they're more breakable, but they last way longer and they make me feel a lot better about storing my food. Or things like our toothpaste. I don't know if you know, but fluoride is a toxin and can kill you. So we decided that having fluoride in our toothpaste is not something we wanted, and we started hunting for toothpaste that we liked better. And things like that just started rolling into other things, where we were all of a sudden doing bar soap for shampoo and conditioner, and we were getting reusable bags instead of plastic ones, or like those silicone bags that are basically like Ziplocs, but silicone. Yeah, love all of those things, totally obsessed. And now I'm always on the hunt for stuff that's just better and will last way longer. So this channel is basically a little platform for me to talk about the recipes that I do. Sometimes there are other people's recipes that I just love and want to share. And sometimes they're recipes that I've taken and kind of made my own. And sometimes they are my recipes, ones that I've created because I couldn't find something that I liked. And it's also going to be a platform where I share things that I found really, really useful, either in our day-to-day lives or in trying to get pregnant and pursuing that. I spent hours researching, okay, more than hours. I spent like days researching pregnancy and babies and all of the stuff that I'll need to know when we hit that stage. And so that's what this is all about. This channel is here as a resource for you, as a laugh for us, and as a way to just stay connected and help somebody else, hopefully, in their journey of parenthood, of living a gluten and dairy-free life, of trying to be a little bit more eco-friendly and a little more natural. That's it, guys. This is the channel. This is the episode where it all starts. I'm super excited to start this journey with you guys, and I hope you will follow along. That's it. Bye for now. I'm gonna wait until you close the door. Yeah.